Hello, Agadali. Hey, hi, Ellie. Nice of you to join us. That's my niece. Hello, everyone. Hey, Victoria. Thanks for joining us again. How you doing? That's awesome to see you here, Ellie. Ellie is my younger sister's daughter. I don't know if I've ever seen her online before. All right, so welcome everyone. This is my second stream, so thanks for joining me. We've got 10 signings to do tonight, so it's awesome. We had a few more people make requests since the last stream, so I'm looking forward to it. So today I'm streaming from my office. Last time I was in my little nerd cave downstairs, but the table was really squeaky and it shook a lot and it made a lot of noise, so thought I'd try this out. That's why, if you notice here, I've got my little shrine to myself. This is a poster from when I did Comic-Con a few years ago now. It was me and John and Ruffin and the cast of Watch Dogs 2. It was such a nice time. I'd love to do that again. So that's why I've got my little Comic-Con poster there. And here you can see my He-Man collection from back in the day. That set came out in the 1980s, so I was a big fan of He-Man growing up. I was like 9, I think, when that came out. Yeah, so there's little nerdy pieces of me everywhere in my house, as you can see. Yeah, they do let people keep the posters if you ask for them. They don't really reuse them anyway, year to year, so why not? All right, so we'll get started. So my first signing is for Senbi. Senbi was had a request last time, but she's in Korea, and the time difference makes it really difficult for her to join us. So I don't know if she's here today. Yeah, DeadSec, yes. Thank you, Victoria. Representing DeadSec. So I'm going to make this out to Senbi. Get started here. Thanks for being such a great fan. So there you go. That's for Senbi. That's for you, Senbi. Thanks for being such a great fan. You've been really supportive and I really appreciate it. I hope you're with us today. I can't... Blake's voice. I could... who's this for? Who's this for? Dom. Hi, Dom. It's just Blake is me. Blake is one of the few characters I did that I just use my voice. He's scared most of the time, so... Len! He's a bit more high-pitched because he's stressed out all the time, but... Blake is just my voice. So, Wrench is higher pitched and Lion has a French accent and Machiavelli has the Italian thing going on. All right, second signing is also for Senbi. She asked for 2 prints. So I'll sign this in black. Where's a good place so we can see my signature? Here we go. There you go. So that's for you, Senbi. Both of these are now signed. All right, next we have Daryl. Hey, Daryl. Daryl's a returning fan. Daryl was with us last time, I believe. Yes, I signed 2 posters for you, so you'll be getting those soon. They're going to be combined with these ones here, with these 2. So 2 signings for you today. Daryl, thanks for being such a fan, too, and for your support. All of you. It really means a lot to me that people are still this invested in the game and the character after so many years. I find that incredible and a real testament to the work that everyone did on the game. So Daryl wanted a quote on the poster, famous quote from the Assassins. We work in the dark to serve the light. We are assassins. Funny story about Assassin's Creed. When I audition for Assassin's Creed. It was one of my first mocap and voice gigs, actually, as an actor. And I got my script, and the script clearly stated that Machiavelli was Italian, right? So I learned all my dialogue with an Italian accent. I did a dialect study to get everything, in place. And I think, I did a pretty good job. I'm pretty good with dialects in general. I was really nervous. I got prepared. I went on the day, went into the audition room. I arrive in front of the casting people. And before I even do my audition, one of the casting guys goes, "Okay, great, Shawn, thanks for coming in. We're going to see your audition. Oh, by the way, forget the accent. We don't need an accent. Just do it, straight North American." And I was like, oh my God, I prepared this whole thing with the intonation and the inflection of Italian, because it's not the same as English, right? There's a different way of speaking when you have the Italian accent, the way it affects your delivery and all that. Right? So, to give you an example. So, I had to, on the spot, kind of just adjust and just retract all the Italian from my from my audition. But I must have done a good enough job, because I got a call back. And then, so I get a new set of lines, so a new script that I have to learn. And this time I'm like, okay, they don't want an Italian accent. I'll just learn it as a standard North American accent. So that was easier. Took me a shorter amount of time to learn it. So I learned my script, went back for a callback like a few days later. And I come into the room, and just before I start, they're like, "Oh, Shawn, we're wondering if you could just do it with an Italian accent this time. Just slap that on there." And I'm like, oh my God, I didn't even prepare. God damn it. But I improvised an Italian accent on the spot. And apparently it was good enough, because I got cast as Machiavelli. So, that was nice. But the moral of the story is you have to always be prepared as an actor to morph and adjust and, adapt to circumstances, because often casting people change their minds. Scripts change at the last minute. The idea about the casting changes. Yeah. All right. So, that's it for Daryl here. 2 R's, 2 L's. Very nice. So there you go. We work in the dark to serve the light. We are assassins. For you, Daryl. Thank you so much. Actually, I have a second one for Daryl. So Daryl ordered 2 prints. The other one is for Lion. So the posters of the non-wrench variety. I pre-doodled a lion for you there, Daryl, right before the stream, because if I tried to do this properly live, it would be even more butchered than it would normally. So, Dom is studying Italian at university, and the accent's still complicated. Yeah, it is a complicated accent. That's awesome, though. I'm sure it's a beautiful language to study. So there you go. I pre-doodled your line. I think it's probably my best one I've done so far. What do you guys think? I think it's pretty good. I'm not going to quit my job as an actor or anything to become a professional doodler, but that sounded weird. Professional doodler. Sketch artist, perhaps? All right, so... okay, so I'll sign this. There we go. So that's for you, Daryl. Little lion doodle and my signature. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. All right, next we have... oh, this print we haven't seen a lot of, which is nice. So something for Bodhi. I hope I'm saying that name properly, Bodhi. Bodhi Pummel. Pummel. I'm probably massacring that. I apologize. So special. Oh, so yeah, I love this quote actually. Barbarians are at the gate and ready to bust some Roman heads. Barbarians are at the gate and ready to bust some Roman heads. Wrench is a student of history, as you can tell. All right, so I'm gonna write that down. I didn't get to improvise all my lines as Wrench, but I was able to have quite a lot of leeway in the script for both games, actually. So it was really nice that I got to insert a lot of my own pop culture references and knowledge. But what was really great about this process was the writers, once I got cast as the character and they decided to keep me on for the game, the writers actually started changing the script because they knew me and they knew what my sensibilities were as an actor and as a comedian. So they started adding a lot more pop culture-y stuff, and they knew that if they wrote a line about the Predator or Aliens or the Terminator or whatever, that I'd probably have a lot to say about it, which I did. And I think that turned out really well. So, Bodhi, here you go. Barbarians are at the gate and ready to bust them Roman heads. For you, my friend. Voila. All right, next we have one for Rachel. Hello, Rachel. Yes, I said hi to you recently on social media. Thanks for joining us here. Are you here today, Rachel? It's interesting to see how the tweak of inflections can really change up the voice. Yeah, a lot of voice work that's a great observation. A lot of voice work really is about very subtle, little subtle changes in your voice. It's not necessarily about doing like really big changes. That's more for animation and cartoons. And the more video games evolve, the more people who cast video games want realistic performances, like nuanced and grounded performances. And I find it makes a huge difference. Like, I'm a huge gamer, and when I play a game that has like a higher quality casting and writing and performance for voice actors, I find it way more immersive. And it kind of, becomes more like a movie than it does like a cartoon, for example. Aliens versus Predator. Yes, Sam. Hi, Sam Marogi. The tattooed prisoner in Watch Dogs 1 was me as well. I don't know if people know this, but I was in Watch Dogs 1 as well. I played a bunch of characters. The biggest part I had was the guy off the top in the baseball stadium who kind of walks up on Aiden. He's like, yo! And he's got like tattoos on his face. And then Jordy stabs him. And then later on, Aiden threatens that guy in prison. He changes his sentence on his phone or something. So that was me. And I also play like a pimp who's getting arrested in the stadium. I play one of the cops who arrests Aiden when he turns himself into the precinct. I played a bunch of secondary characters in that game. And it's because I'd worked with the director and producers for a large part of Watch Dogs 1. When it came time to do Watch Dogs 2, that's why they called upon me to temporarily play Wrench, to just have a placeholder for what's called a vertical slice, which is when you create a very narrow band of game mechanics, gameplay, graphics, characters, missions, just a slice of all the elements of a game, and you present that to the higher ups, to the producers, to get approval, to get financing. So I did the vertical slice as Wrench with the understanding that I would be recast once the game got approved. They'd probably get like a bigger name or someone from, LA or something. But in the end, I guess they liked me enough to keep me, and the rest is history. So that was a wonderful experience. So Rachel, you're a big fan. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. So let me sign your poster. Lovely. I need to give you a little wrench doodle here. So there you go, Rachel. My signature and a little... That's supposed to be a wrench mask with 2 X's, but yeah. All right. Next we have something for Simon. So Simon, write an in-character message if you would like. Sure, I would like. What do I like? What's a good quote from Wrench here? I love this line. I'm not sure if it's a reference to something in pop culture. My wife actually the other day pointed out that it might be from Phantom of the Opera, but I am a conductor of chaos, sing for me. I love that line. So I'm going to write that quote down. I am a conductor of chaos. Great. Perfect. And that is for Simon. We're going to send this right here. There you go, Simon. I am a conductor of chaos. Sing for me. And my signature for you, my friend. Thank you. All right. Next, we have one for Philip Ritzman. I hope I'm saying that properly. Could you wrenchify what you think is Wrench's favorite Star Wars quote? Whoo boy, that is a tall order. There's no way in hell you just pulled one of my favorite quotes out of nowhere. Oh, there's a way, my friend. There's a way. Wrench kind of lives rent-free in my head, so a lot of his quotes are bouncing around there. I'm not going to overthink the Star Wars thing. Here we go. It's coming to me. I hope this is okay. I'm going to put it right here. Luke, I am your daddy. Huh? Daddy? Zaddy? Daddy. We'll go with daddy. Luke, I am your daddy. Now, I'm fully aware of the fact that the actual quote is, no, I am your father. It's not Luke, I am your father. I know it's no, I am your father, but it's like one of those, what's it called? Those like alternate reality, the Mandela effect. Yeah, it's like a Mandela thing where people think it's Luke, I am your father, but it's in fact, no, I am your father. There you go. That is definitely something Wrench would say in a Star Wars context. There's actually a line in, I think it's in Bloodlines. Yes, in Bloodlines, when Wrench goes to see, I forget her name now, the woman who's doing like the AI stuff with uploading people's minds, like like she uploads it into like her dog into like a spider bot, and her house is run by an AI who I think is her mom or something. And Wrench goes into the basement or something, and a hologram of her pops up. And in the original script, yes, exactly. This Dead Sec Petrikov, the Death Star plans. So initially the line was, I forget what, like the hologram appears and Wrench goes, oh, cool hologram. Will it burn my hand if I touch it or something? And I'm like, it's fine, but it's not funny. No offense to the writers, they were amazing. But like, to me, it didn't sound like a very, like Wrench holograms, come on. He would absolutely make a joke about that. So I kind of sat down in my hotel room because I was looking over the script when I was in Toronto to shoot it, like making last minute decisions. So I looked over the script and I wrote down like 5 or 6 different jokes or pop culture references to the hologram. But the one that stuck and that the director loved was like, oh, this is a cool hologram. Oh, this is about the Death Star. Because, Star Wars. So, there you go. A little bit of trivia for you. So, Philip Ritzman, here you go, my friend. Luke, I am your daddy. All right. This is too much fun. Next, we have one for Tasha. Could I have a funny Wrench quote? God, I got to keep a lot of these handy in my mind. What was that one about I think he's in the diner. It's all in the mask. Yes, that's it. It's all in the mask. It's all in the mask, baby cakes. That's it. It's all in the mask, baby cakes. See, that line, for example, I have no idea if I came up with that or if the writers came up with that, or if it's some kind of hybrid of the two. That's also entirely possible. So, Tasha, here you go. It's all in the mask. Baby cakes. I hope it's okay that I call you baby cakes. Tasha. All right. And I'll sign in different colors so that we can see it. No, I'll do black right here. Boom. There you go. It's all in the mask, baby cakes. Oh, yeah. The oh, yeah is implied. I'm not going to write oh, yeah, Here you go. Thank you, Tasha. All right, last one. Last one is for Elias. Hi, could you please use a black pen and write some encouraging words to someone who loves the game but is also a little bit sucky at it? That is very sweet. So, encouraging words. Well, something I very firmly believe in is, the reason you play a video game is for the fun of it, right? I play games for the escapism. I play it for the engagement, for the power fantasy. It is nice to be good or skilled at games, but it shouldn't be the point. And you should never, ever be judged for your skill in a game. I've had people that I play with apologize to me for not being good enough. I don't care about that. Like, if I'm playing a co-op game, and we're just, playing cooperatively and we're trying to achieve an objective and they keep dying or whatever. Like, I'm not like, get good, the point is we're spending time together, we're bonding, we're having fun. To me, that's the most important thing, that, a game is an excuse to get together with people you like and to share moments and experiences together. How good you are shouldn't really factor in. And if you're playing, Elias, if you're here today, if you're playing with people, that is you? Oh, that's you. Okay, cool. So if you're playing with people who make you feel bad for not being good enough or who judge you, you shouldn't play with those people. You should play with people who want to play with you because of who you are, not because of what you're, what's that term? Your KD ratio, your kill death ratio. That shouldn't matter as much. It is exciting to be good and thrilled at a game. I love if I play a game and I'm all badass at it and I feel awesome. But if I'm not, I just practice more, or sometimes I just don't play a game if it's too challenging. Like, I've tried so many From Software games, and I can't get into a single one because the difficulty curve is just so crazy. And I'm good at video games, but what did I try? Bloodborne like 4 times. I just couldn't do it. I never played Dark Souls. Sekiro. I love Sekiro, but my God, like, I felt like I had to become better at Sekiro and put in more time to get good at that game than I did in real life when I studied martial arts to become good at that. And I don't have the time for that anymore. So, what is your favorite kind of movies? It's a great question. I think I'd have to say superhero movies are my favorite kind of movies. For a long time, my favorite movie was The Avengers. And then after that, it was Avengers Infinity War and Endgame. I love those films. I'm not crazy about hero movies in general. I'm not like a fanboy who thinks every superhero movie is great. I think a lot of them suck, unfortunately. But phase 1 to 3 of Marvel, I think, are just mwah. A couple DC movies here and there, too, are pretty good. Sekiro is really freaking hard. Maybe I'll get back to it one day. I hear Elden Ring's amazing and more accessible, so maybe I'll give Elden Ring a try at some point. But I have such a backlog of games I want to play. It's going to be years for me to get through all of them. All right, so let me just sign this here. There you go. So what I'm going to write for you, Elias, is being good at a game should never be more important than how much fun you have playing it. And a smiley face to seal the deal. There you go. So, for you, my friend, Elias, so I'll even do it to you in lion's voice if you want. Being good at a game should never be more important than how much fun you have in playing it. All right, my friends? So, keep your aim true, aim for the head, and Rainbow Six for life, my friend. All right. There you go, Elias. And complete. Awesome. Hello. There should be a CGI Watch Dogs movie. I agree. I would love to be... Yes, you also got a doodle. Yes. You can thank Daryl for that. Daryl put me in a doodling mood. And Daryl is awesome. He even sent me a little reference photo in my DMs to make my doodle easier, which I very much appreciate. So you guys are really great, and I really appreciate it. Yes, I agree. I'd love for there to be a CG anything Watch Dogs, a movie, a show, another game. I know there's a Netflix series out called Laser Hawk or something. I haven't watched it. And I know there's an Assassin's Creed Frog in there, and there's Pagan Min, I think, from Far Cry, and the guys from Far Cry 5, is it? Blood Dragon? Captain Laserhawk, that's it. Thank you. But Marcus apparently has a cameo in it. Like, he has a little bit. So I got super excited when I heard that. I'm like, oh shit, maybe they're going to call us and we can. But I checked the credits. It's not Ruffin. It's some other guy who plays him. And then I saw a still that a fan sent me on Twitter of like a wrench looking type guy, maybe from another dimension or something. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure what his use is, like how he's used in the show, or if that even is him. But it's not me. Like, I haven't heard from them. So if Wrench shows up in that show, it's not going to be me voicing him, which would be too bad. But I get it. You know, maybe it's being done in the States or something, and who knows. I have a good title, Watch Dogs: The Romantic Adventure of Marcus and Wrench. You know, I think the term bromance is the perfect description of Marcus and Wrench's relationship, because it's almost romantic, right? Without being overtly romantic, but it's very much friendship driven. And I think that kind of openness between Ruffin and I kind of allowed for people, a lot of the fandom, to kind of, you know, speculate that Wrench could be bisexual or whatever. And I think that's awesome. I think had Ruffin and I played it like, you know, like bros and more toxic, or, you know, overly masculine or macho, I think Wrench wouldn't have lent himself to that image as well. And I really love the direction he took. You liked my doodle. Okay, well, thank you. You're very welcome. I would sell my soul to get a lion tattoo doodled by you. Well, first of all, it probably wouldn't cost you that much as your soul. Second of all, that'd be really painful, because I have never tattooed anyone in my life, and I suck at drawing, so it would probably take a long time and look terrible. But I appreciate your candor and your fandom. Oh, you have an Outlast tattoo. Amazing. Can I ask you what it's of, the tattoo? We need Zane and Wrench lore drop. Yeah, I wish I had more information about Zane. I literally know as much as you guys do about Wrench's ex-husband. When I got the script, I remember I read through it the first time, and I saw just that quick reference that he had been married to a guy, and I was so thrilled. I remember I was so excited that the writers had like doubled down on that, and like I'm tempted to almost like credit the fans with that happening, because I think there was such a positive reaction to Wrench and his sexuality, which is very ambiguous. I think the writers were like, I think the fans would like that, and I think they would accept that, and they did. And I'm really glad they went for it. And I was really honored to be able to kind of do something like that in the context of a, you know, AAA video game. Yeah. So, yeah, that was, you know, that's the only reference there is to Zane is in that small little part of the script. But I really think, as someone who's not part of the LGBTQ community, but someone who very much supports it, I personally believe that how they introduced Wrench's bisexuality in the game is the right way to do it. Like, they weren't like shoving it in your face. They weren't being overt about it or beating you over the head. It was just a fact of life, part of who Wrench was. It wasn't a big deal. You know, we didn't make it a big deal by shining a giant spotlight on it, but we didn't sweep it under the rug either, right? So, you know, it's just, as it should be. It's just a fact of life, and it's totally fine, and, you know, no one should have a problem with it. So I was really proud of the writers for doing that. I thought that was really nice. In my heart, Wrench is non-binary. Your favorite quote from Outlast? Oh, God. Favorite quote from Outlast? Gee whiz. I mean, a lot of my quotes from Outlast is me going, ah! Right? So, well, it'd have to be from Outlast 2, because I don't speak in the first Outlast. Actually, that's not true. I do have a spoken line in the first Outlast game, and I don't know if people know this, but it's not as Miles. I actually voice the SWAT captain. I forget his name. Johnson, maybe? When in the beginning of the game, you come into a room and there's this SWAT guy with like a pole, like a broken almost telephone pole that's like like I think it went up his butt or something, and it's coming out his neck. And he's all like, "Yeah, you have to get out. They're gonna blah." That's me. That's me croaking out that line. Pole guy, yes, pole guy in the library. That's me. Because I don't speak in the game, they figured they'd use me for that character. So a little bit of trivia for you there. So favorite quote, I don't know. Lynn, you bastard, let her go, Lynn. Yeah. Who voiced Rampart? Oh, Rampart. I don't remember right now. Rampart, right. I forget his name. He was this really nice guy, really good actor. Younger guy too. But I forget his name. I just don't remember. Yeah, so I'm going to end it here, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. What a great turnout. You guys are making me want to do this more. I am going to look for excuses to do more streams. Because I'm new to this, feel free to hit me up, peeps, okay, on Instagram, DMs, or Twitter. And if you have suggestions of things you would like to see me stream, things that would interest you, I'll consider it, I mean, my friend John streams daily, like 10 to 5 every day. It's kind of his job now. I hear he's amazing at it, and that's incredible. I don't have that kind of time, and the one thing I don't want to stream is video games, just because to me gaming is very personal, and I don't want it to become like a spectator sport and to split my engagement between the game and people. However, I was thinking, you guys let me know what you think. I was thinking of maybe playing Outlast or Outlast 2 and streaming that if I can set that up somehow. I think that could be fun, because then you'll have the actual guy who's screaming in the game screaming in real life at the same time, because those games kind of scare the crap out of me, and I wish in games like that you could fight back, because I don't mind the odds. If you could be 1,000,000 against one, Resident Evil, you got 4 bullets or 6 zombies, you find a way, I'm cool with that. But when it's your only choice is to run and hide and piss your pants, not a fan of that. Hello, Kim. Brazilians here. Hello. Hi guys. Thanks for joining. Yeah, so I think, maybe I'll try to set up a stream to play Outlast, and if people are interested in that could be fun. And then if that works well, maybe I could play Outlast 2. I'm not in Trials. I mean, I'm in Trials a bit. I did mocap, but I don't have any voice work in Trials. I don't game on a PC though. I'm a PS guy. I'm a PlayStation guy. So I think there's ways to stream off the PlayStation. There must be. God, I really sound like I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. So I'll look into that, see if I can work that out. And if so, I will, you could show us your dogs or your toys. Yes, that is actually dog stream. If I start dog streaming, the upside is I'll get lots of views, and the downside is no one's going to want me to stream anymore. They're just going to want my dogs Heidi and Tessa to stream, because they're far more interesting and way cuter, and I agree. But yes, I was thinking of doing, that might be something I do maybe before Outlast, is I moved into a new house about 2 years ago. I'm not fully unpacked everywhere, but some areas like my basement are kind of more or less finished, and I would love to do a little nerd tour where I show people my paraphernalia, my collectibles, and all that other stuff. If people, you can stream on PS, you do it too. Okay, good. Thank you for telling me that, Brendy Arts. I appreciate it. Yeah. Oh, Bree. Hey, Bree. How are you? Bree just joined. Bree did an animation for Outlast, I believe. Yes, and she commissioned me through Cameo to do a bit of voice work for Miles I think it was Miles, in her animation. And it was lovely. If you guys haven't seen it, I highly encourage you to get in touch with Bree. Go follow her. Go look her up. And she's here in the chat. And hi Bree. And go check out her stuff, because it's really, really good. yeah, so a couple ideas for you there. Streaming a little tour of the house. Maybe one time just show you like my artwork and collectibles, and I got all sorts of artwork from fan art for Wrench and Lion and all that stuff. That could be fun, and maybe Outlast. So I will see. I will see what I can swing. Jacob, and Jacob's my nephew. He just joined. Wow, my whole family's coming in just as I'm leaving. All right, guys. So we can commission Cameo. Yes. So, great question. Thank you. Thank you, Brendy. So, hey, Jacob, how are you, buddy? My nephew Jacob is just joined the Coast Guard in Nova Scotia. So we're very proud of him. So yes, I'm on Cameo. So for those who don't know, Cameo is a service where you can commission an actor or an artist, not just actors, to record a short video for you. So it could be like a birthday shout out. It could be a pep talk. I've been commissioned for birthday greetings. I've had my first cameo actually was for a guy who was on the stream last time. He had a whole, and I mean a whole bunch of actors sing different lines from Never Gonna Give You Up, the Rick Astley song. And he stitched them all together as part of an engagement, marriage proposal video. So I helped him propose to his fiancée. She said yes, by the way. So, you know, I help people do that. Birthday greetings, I do a lot of those. I do a few pep talks. You know, someone's like, hey, my friend's feeling down. He's a big fan of Wrench. Can you know, do a thing? And I often do them in character. So I'll do it as Wrench, you know, I'll put on the mask. I'll do it as Lion. I'll do the voice, Machiavelli. I've done some Outlast ones too, which are fun. And I love doing cameos. It's a way of kind of giving back to the fans. They're pretty affordable too. Keep the prices pretty low. So go to cameo.com, I think is the address. Just look me up, Shawn Baichoo. And it's not just me on there. There's like plenty of people. If you guys are fans of like, you know, Troy Baker or, you know, an actor on TV, a musician, a reality TV star, there's thousands of people on there you can look up. Just put in the search engine and you could probably find what you're looking for. Yeah, so just go to cameo.com and look up Shawn Baichoo, and then you can put in a request. And I think it's 3 or 4 days, I forget now, is the return time. So I will have a video for you in about 3 to 4 days, and you can specify like what you like me to do, who it's for, you know, if you have any special requests, any special lines you want me to say that's an inside joke to someone or whatever. I'm more than happy to do that stuff. And yeah, I have a 5-star rating on Cameo. People love my work there. And I put a lot of heart into it because I love giving back to my fans. I really believe someone's going to take the time, like you guys tonight, you're going to take the time to, you know, put time aside to join me here online, to buy prints, to get them signed. You know, people are that invested. The least I can do is give back. So I always try to answer people online, on Twitter, on Instagram, and to put a lot of effort into my cameos. So, yeah. Do you know some words in Spanish? Un poquito, but not very good. When I was training karate years ago, a lot of the dudes I trained with were Hispanic, so they taught me some Spanish, but they're mostly swear words, so I'm not going to repeat them here, and I forgot most of them anyway. So thank you all again for joining me. Cameo.com if you want a cameo, Streamily.com if you want a signed print. Once I have enough orders come in, if there's enough interest, I'll do another one of these to fulfill orders. Yeah, and I'll let you guys know when I'm going to draw a birthday present for me. Oh, well, thank you, Kim. I would love to see that. Thank you so much. Yeah, and I'll let you guys know when I'm doing something else. And this positive response is really going to encourage me to do more. So, yeah, hopefully it'll be sooner than later. So have a wonderful evening, or whatever time it is in whatever parts of the world you're all in. And much love to you all. Mwah, mwah. And see you guys soon. Peace out.